Hello viewers, GT Whistle here. We are live from the FIA Gran Turismo Championship Manufacturer Series 2021, Season 1, Round 1, Interlagos. I'm using my second account, Purple Skunks, and I must tell you beforehand, we don't have the ending to this race. But it doesn't matter, because the race itself, super interesting, super exciting. Here we are, we have qualified, I don't even remember where we qualified. I think we qualified in 8th place, right? And this race is a race that I didn't really practice much for. This is also my 3rd week using a wheel. It's an old Thrustmaster 500, but it's still a wheel, it's still good. Here I am, Purple Skunks, P8. And now we fast forward and move to the beginning of the race, and it gets interesting from the green flag. Trust me. This is a race not to miss. This race I call the return of the Mac, back from the dead, and any other terminology along that line you can insert. Now here we go. Starting in P8, of course, it's a fuel saving, tire saving 20 lap race, so you have to be cautious and wise. So of course my fuel mix goes to 2 already, and right away 3 wide into turn 1. I try to back out a bit to make sure they clear the way, and there we go. Shadow realm. Let's look at it again. Here they are. They're just about going 3 wide into turn 1 Interlagos. Never usually works out properly. There's a little bumping and jostling there, a little argy-bargy, and here we go. I'm trying to stay and avoid all contact, and then I get contacted 3 times. It's the Trinity, the Holy Trinity. Look at my inputs. Once I hit the apex, I'm completely out of it. I'm waiting and saying, okay, let them sort themselves out, sort themselves out, sort themselves out, sort themselves. No. So, we go from P8 all the way through the Shadow Realm into P17, 18, P19, and for a second we are P20, so we're at the back of the pack, so we need to fight back. Immediately, the Corvette goes wide, the Peugeot gets RG, we are in 17th position. Guy in front of us in the Porsche Star Wars has a 3-second penalty, because he was instrumental in the RG-bargy in the corner before. So let's say, okay, let's try and settle down and try to fight back from P17. Remember, we were P8, so we have already lost technically 12 positions. Now, lots of people in front of me, looks kind of RG. There goes the Mercedes, he's going right around, he's gone. And we are in 16th, we are in 15th. Still cutting through the field. This is a nice race. I'm enjoying myself at this point. I mean, although I have been bumped, but hey, I'm enjoying myself. The car is working well. Now, here comes the huntsman on the hunt. And in life, when a huntsman is hunting, you try not to get in his way. So I'm staying out of his way. I'm keeping my far right line. I'm saying, I'm going to beat him on the brakes, which I did. There we go, nice and easy. Turn 1, turn 2 through the center S's, and we're clear, just about. But he's still there, and he got a much better exit. And the huntsman actually gave me a tap. So anywhere you are in life, huntsman, thank you for that little bump. It got me right through the Star Wars guy, and I'm up to P14. 6 positions, 1 lap, and we're on fire. We're going great. Now this race is, I said, about fuel. So of course, as you can see, my fuel mix is still on 2. I'm going to run most of the first part of this race with a fuel mix of 2. And a little lift and coast, not much, but a little lift and coast here and there. Because the car the Peugeot, it handles incredibly. It suits this track to a T. It might not have the power like the others, like the V8 guys, to go up the hill, but this car, nice. And there goes someone else into the shadow realm. So we are now into P13. 7 positions and moving. Now we are behind R4M Le Porsche, or Ram Le Porsche. Now, his name is very important. Because, well, you'll see. So we're in the draft. Turn the fuel mix to 1 to make sure we can keep up. Change the fuel mix. We should change it any second now. I don't quite remember what I did, but hey, it's my first time commenting on a race. Okay, turn 1, turn 2 through the center S's, we're good. Little argy-bargy going on there. Let's try to capitalize. And we move up, we move up, we move up. We have got through Le Porsche, and we are side by side with, is that Lord Nemesis? Okay, we tried to outbreak him into the corner. We got turn 4, we got it. We are turn P11, and here goes Lucas. We got Lucas as well. P10, just like that. 2 laps. We're back on the move, we're back on the charge. Okay, so we have P9 in front of us, quite a distance, but we are comfortably in 10th place. Now this car, as you can see, we are on the 3rd lap and the tires have barely even budged. This car is beautiful on tire wear, contrary to popular belief. Little wide there, but hey, we're trying our best. Now, at this point of the race, I'm great. I'm fine. I'm saying, okay, we fought back. We're lap 3. We're back in P10. Life is good, right? We are 1.3 behind the guy in front of us, and we're about 0.6 in front of the guy behind us. At the beginning of lap 4, we're saying, okay, let's settle in now and try to run some good laps and try to gain increments on the guy in P9. And then we got bumped into the shadow realm once again. Insert curse word here. We move from P10 all the way once again with another bump back down to P17. Not good. But we say, alright, we did it once, we'll do it again. Okay, so we have GTBO Alex in front of us in the Hyundai P16. We're pretty close on him, so we say, okay, let's program and execute. Try to hold the inside line, he goes a little wide. We use the superior braking of the Peugeot and we are through into the tight section of Interlagos. Now right up in front of us is our old friend, the Star Wars guy. Now we did this before, we're going to have to do it again. So we see a penalty up ahead. That's usually a good sign. Can't quite make out what kind of penalty it is. It could be a 0.5 second, but hey, 0.5 seconds, any penalty right now is not good. Or it's actually good for me, as long as I don't have the penalty. But anyway, we're going. Now we have this guy behind us again. We're not going to let it happen again. And we cross the line, and we're running 140 with that off. That's not good. It comes to the outside, we hug the inside, we're through the center S's, we're good again. And he's going to the argy-bargy with the guy in the Corvette back there, so we're not too worried about it. Now up ahead, there is some fighting going on. And they're through the guy with the penalty. A little deep, turn 4, but we're good, we saved it. We're back on track. In front of us, we have 3 guys nose to tail, basically, going into the tight section of Interlagos, and that's not usually good for them. So I try my best to be tentative while slowly creeping up on them, hopefully to get them out of the last corner, up the hill. because you know homeboy needs all the draft he can get. So try to late break, clip the apex, and exiting the last corner. Star Wars gets a little RG, goes wide, he hits the grass, and I am through. We're now in P14 comfortably at the end of lap 5 and back on the hunt again for technically the 3rd time in this race. And we're only on lap 5. The beginning of lap 6, it looks good, keeping it tight. And then that guy goes, it's Le Porsche. Le Porsche gets RG again, a little deep in turn 1. But he's good enough, he's safe through the S's. He goes wide again out of turn 3, and I think I get the run on him. Now this is where it gets really interesting. Now look up ahead. You see that? That's the Porsche going wide. Corvette, I think it is, cutting in. And now the Porsche comes back across and I slide through just like that. And the guy behind me does the same thing. Now that is what I call the parting of the Red Seas. Just like that. And in a split second we're in 12th position, closing in on 11th, lap 6. And I think I've been here before. Maybe I have been here before. Anyway, lap 7. We're still behind Lord Nemesis. We're using his power, his V8 power, to pull the poor little Peugeot up the hill. And technically it is working because, as you'll see in a minute, if you look to your left, guys with 40 and 43 and 44, they burned more than half tank of gas already. Now, if you can look, I'm just at about half. Now, this technique of just driving half of the race with a fuel mixture on 2 is pretty good on a circuit like Interlagos, or Interlagos, I don't know how you call it. Interlagos is a very technical and flowing track. Okay. So here we go. At the end of lap 8, we shoot into the pits and look at our fuel. Our fuel is 42 at the end of 8 laps. Now, I'm just going to splash the fuel just a little bit. I cut the pit because I'm sorry for these guys. This new long pit system, these guys will be standing up here for ages, so I cut the pit time short. I'm taking a splash of fuel, not much, just enough to get me to 15. Because at the end of 8 laps, I took 7.2 laps worth of fuel. Okay, so we're back in the race, fast forward to lap 10. Nothing much happened in between 7 and 10. And we are now back at P12, the Battle of the Peugeots. And here we go. Here we go. Closing on PTY, Astro. And I tried to late break him, and he goes a little wide. I didn't touch him. I think I didn't touch him. If I did, I'm sorry, but I don't think I did touch him. I didn't feel it. Yeah, I didn't touch him. Anyway, up the hill, he's on a charge. So I went fuel mixture 1 to defend, and I'm holding my inside line. I'm not switching at all. And I try to brake as late as possible. He goes even later. But then I trail brake, and then I still didn't touch it. And we go through the S's, and I'm safely in P11. I hope I didn't touch it. On the charge, trying to get into the points, you know, the points. Very tentative to turn 4, just making sure. Don't want to lose the position I just gained. And then we're settled and we're on again. As I said before in the beginning of this video, we don't have the ending of this video. And this video is full of incidents. So here we are into the tight section on the back of the Peugeot, and we go for the drag race into the hairpin. Now he gets me, he takes the inside, I go for the switchback, and I'm still out there, and I say, you know what, let me not let him push me out there. I've been off twice already, don't want to be off again. I go wide, I try to brake and pick the apex and get a better line, a better exit out on him. We're just about even, but more importantly, I'm in the draft. So, you know, P11, and I'm closing. And I'm going to go my usual line, right, and brake at the point, and try to do the old switcheroo through the center S's, which is not usually a good thing, but hey, let's see if it works this time. Bingo. The switcher, the ruer, the P9er. We're up and we're in. So we try to brake just as late as possible so we can't make a break in late Danny Rick maneuver. And a little antsy out there, but hey, we got it. We got it. I'm in P9 and we're good. Now, our strategy for this race is hards, mediums, soft. It's 8 laps on the hard, 7 on the medium, 5 on the soft. Because here we are. Wow. Look, who is this? It's the Huntsman. Back in the hunt. Back in the hunt. Nice. Hunt around the back. Hunt around the back. Because we're through P8. Ain't that great? Tentative. Yes, see, I have like very minimal practice on this track, so I'm very tentative, especially when I'm hitting the curbs, because I don't want to do a 180. And my third week on the wheel, I am not about to wrap my hands and twist them like pretzels trying to figure out where is north. So lap 13, P6. Of course, you know, quite a few people went into the pit, so I did. The next pit overlap will actually see the true position. But on track, we're P6 from P20. We're P7 from P20. Now here's Jeff. Now Jeff, I think, qualified P2, and Jeff, I think, is the eventual winner of this race. Now he has just done his second pit stop and he's in front of me. I haven't pitted yet. So I followed him around, used him to pull me around, and then went in for my softs for my 5 hell laps. Which really and truly is pretty anticlimactic. Because when I come out at the end or the end of lap 15 and I do my splash, 5 laps exactly worth of fuel, which works out to be 5.3, but hey, we're out P9 behind Alex once again. Now, Alex doesn't, I know Alex, he's a good driver, but he doesn't really seem to have the hang of either the car or the track in this instance. Or maybe it's the fuel tire combination, whatever it is, but it just didn't work out for him today. Now, I'm considerably faster than Alex on this day, so I have no problem thinking about when and where to pass it. As you can see, the Peugeot is on softs, and the Peugeot on softs around Interlagos is a beast. Please believe it. Please believe it. So we're easily through. We're P8, and remember, we dropped a total of 19 positions because of the shadow realm. We got shadow realm the times 19. And we're now in P8, lap 16. And generally speaking, this is how the race ended. Just about. There you go. Another person pitted. That's the Huntsman, and we got him in the pit. We are now comfortably P7. And ladies and gentlemen, this is just about how the race ended. I got P7, and to be quite honest, I was really, really happy. Considering all the events that took place, I was happy with P7. I got decent enough points. It was a good run, and hey, it's now Friday night. I have Nations Cup tomorrow, and of course I haven't practiced, so I will try to do that now. So like, subscribe, and hit the notification so if and when I do another video. GT Wizard, we out.